Alright, so a viewer requested that I do a video on the show Rock, and there's this one episode that's always really bothered me about it. It sets up a huge reality-shattering mystery that the show never actually reveals. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that I didn't really agree with the direction they took on it. And for those not familiar with Rock, it was a Fox sitcom that ran from 1991 to 1994, starring Charles S. Dutton as Rock Emerson, a Baltimore garbage collector with a big heart and a quick temper. What really set this show apart was how real and gritty it felt. It focused on working class life, family, and community. It wasn't afraid to tackle things like drugs and violence, racism, and even politics at times, showing an honesty that most primetime sitcoms avoided at the time. The Emerson family really brought that realism. Rock's wife, Eleanor, was a nurse, keeping everyone optimistic and grounded.
It'll be all right, okay? It's all right. Is there anything I can do for you, baby?
Yeah, and can you make me a sandwich?
Oh, baby, I'll make you 5, 6 sandwiches.
His brother Joey was an aspiring jazz musician who mostly comes across as a freeloading dreamer.
Rock, it's not called a job, it's called a gig.
All right, you got a gig?
No, I can't be gigging with my split lip. If I try to play before it's healed, I could ruin it for life. Then where would I be? Look, I don't want to be a burden, Rock. Now, I'm only thinking of you.
Joey, how come whenever you think about me, it costs me money?
Beats me.
His father Andrew is a retired man who's equal parts grumpy and wise, and a little bit of a bigot sometimes.
What's wrong, Pop?
Oh, they finally decided on doing a play, and I, of course, had to quit.
Why is that, Pop?
Well, they're doing Driving Miss Daisy. Now, I ain't sitting on no stool for 2 hours pretending to drive no wrinkled-up old white lady to no Piggly Wiggly.
So they all lived together under one roof, with Rock carrying most of the weight of supporting them. So Fox saw a lot of potential in this show, because it wasn't built around gag setups. It leaned on stage-trained actors like Dutton, Ella Joyce, Carl Gordon, many of them veterans of August Wilson plays. And with that theater background, it gave this show a really raw feel. In fact, Fox leaned into this so much that in the entirety of season 2, they aired all the episodes as live performances.
Hi, welcome to Rock Live. For the remainder of this season, this is what Rock will symbolize. I'd like to introduce you to a very special friend of mine. This is Miss Tria Campbell. She's a very special lady. We're dedicating this entire season to her. Enjoy the show.
And when you watch them now, you can barely tell, honestly. The cast was so sharp that it plays like one seamless take. Critics even said that the show didn't feel live because the performances were so polished, with only the tiniest slip-ups every now and then. And this made Rock feel less like a sitcom and more like something urgent and risky to make, which fit perfectly with its tones and themes. Alright, so now that we had that context out of the way, let's get back to the episode in question here. It's called Son of Another Gun, and it's actually the second episode of the series. And it sets the premise with Andrew's old friend on his deathbed.
I'm sorry, boys. It's Frankie.
Is it bad?
I'm no doctor, but does a black man need white blood cells?
And in a heavy scene, the friend confesses that years ago he had actually slept with Andrew's wife.
I'm glad you're with me now. Hey, you get to thinking about things when you're laying here dying and...
What kind of things, Frankie?
I don't want to leave this world with you thinking I was such a great guy, because there's something I have to get off my conscience. I took your wife Loretta for a joyride once.
Where's the plug? I'm pulling.
Come on, Andrew.
Also telling him that one of Andrew's sons might not actually be his.
But it's worse than that. You see, it's just possible that one of your boys is mine.
And this bombshell leads the family to want to go take a blood test to find out. And the tension is really high here. I mean, they sit and talk about what the results could mean, how it could shatter their relationships, or even shake the foundation of their whole family core.
This is ridiculous now. I mean, we're driving ourselves crazy. I mean, looking at photos of ourselves, measuring parts of our faces. I mean, we all resemble each other a little.
Right. Just trying to straighten this thing out, Ellen.
Yeah, so don't be bothering us.
Hey, don't order my wife around, Dad, if that's who you are.
Well, don't you be yelling at me, son, if that's who you are.
Yeah, Rock, if that's who you are.
All these possibilities feel so heavy, but when the moment comes, they decide not to open the results.
You know, I was thinking, this could be our last meal together as a family.
Could be our last cup of coffee together.
Could be the last time I ask you to pass the sugar.
This is also the last time I'll tell you two to shut up.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh, don't call me that.
Come on. We spent our entire lives being a family, and now we're gonna let a stupid blood test tell us we're not?
A test can't prove anything. You boys are my sons. Go ahead, Eleanor. Rip it up.
That's the end of that.
And that's it. no closure. They rip up the envelope, no follow-up, no reveal in later seasons. The audience is left with the same uncertainty that the characters are. And you know, I get the intent here. They're trying to go with the life doesn't always give you closure type of deal. But in this case, leaving it unresolved, I felt like took away from what could have been the show's most powerful moment, in my opinion. I wish they would have opened that envelope, because as painful as it would have been, the resolve could have been even more powerful if Andrew knew the truth. Imagine finding out the son you raised and loved for over 30 years wasn't yours, and he was the product of your wife cheating on you. I mean, that's gut-wrenching. That's the kind of truth that can break someone on a mental and spiritual level. I mean, let's just say hypothetically that was the truth, and Andrew still chose to love him and still chose to be his father figure. That would have been one of the strongest statements a sitcom could ever make about family, but instead the writers left it unknown. And maybe that was the point, maybe it wasn't, but for me it felt like a missed opportunity where they could have shown that even in the face of betrayal, love can still be chosen. Overall though, it was daring enough to leave something unresolved, but on the other hand, it missed a chance to deliver what could have been one of the most gut-wrenching storylines in sitcom history. Whether Andrew was Rock's father or not, the truth would have hurt, but the choice would have been to love Rock anyway. And that's why this mystery still eats at me, because of what it could have potentially meant. But either way, Rock is one of those shows that deserves way more attention than it gets today. It's raw, it's honest, and it's still pretty relevant in the modern era. If you haven't seen it, you can actually go find episodes for free on places like Pluto TV and even scattered around on YouTube. So, you know, if you haven't given it a shot, go ahead and do that, man. I think you'll really walk away with something positive.